Hello students, welcome back to the new grammar topic. Here you have a warm-up activity. Read the information and identify the subjects and also the verbs. So read the paragraph and you have to identify the subjects and the verbs. You may pause your video and do the exercise. Here you have the answers for the question. The words in red, this, his name, he, Toby, his fingers, he, this alien, Toby and he. So all these words marked in red are subjects. So what are subjects? Subject may be a noun or a pronoun and it is always the doer of the action. The main part of the sentence, what it is being talked about. The sentence is being talked about. And the words in blue are the verbs. So can you guess the topic? What are we going to study? Yes, it is subject-verb agreement. So why do you think it is important to have subject-verb agreement? Because without it, the readers may get confused. So to form the correct sentences, subject-verb agreement is very important. So let's learn few rules of subject-verb agreement. The first rule. So the first rule says a singular subject always takes a singular verb and a plural subject takes a plural verb. So you have few sentences on the screen. So when you read towards your left hand side, you see the sentences having the subject singular, the singular subject. That monkey eats bananas. The boy walks to school. Your shirt looks nice. My grandfather has a big house. This car goes fast. So all these sentences have a singular subject. So when you have a singular subject, we have used the singular verbs as eats, eats, walks, looks, has and goes. So the singular subject should always have a singular verb. Whereas on the other side, we have the plural verbs with plural subject. Those monkeys eat bananas. The boys walk to school. Your shirts look nice. My grandparents have a big house. These cars go fast. So if you could see, eat, when it is a plural verb, it changes to eat. Walks changes to walk. Looks changes to look. Has changes to have. And goes changes to go. So the first rule says a singular subject takes a singular verb, a plural subject takes a plural verb. The next rule, when two subjects are joined by and it is taken as a separate unit, the verb is always plural. For example, my friend and his mother are in town. So when I talk about the two different subjects, my friend, his mother. So here we have two different subjects and it is joined with a conjunction and the verb is always plural. So my friend and his mother are in town. Similarly, apples and mangoes are my favorite fruits. So here we are talking about two different subjects, the apples and the mangoes, and both the subjects are joined with a conjunction and. So we use a plural verb are. Robin and his friends want to go on a tour. Bread and butter were expensive then. So now again, bread and butter are two different ingredients and we are talking about the cost. So bread and butter, they are considered as separate unit. We are using the plural verb were. Rice and corn are not available in the same shop. So again, the two different ingredients, rice and corn, the two different objects or things, rice and corn, are not available in the same shop. So the second rule says when two subjects are joined with a conjunction and they are taken as a separate unit, the verb used is always plural. The next rule The next rule says when two subjects are joined by a conjunction and taken as one unit, the verb is singular. So when you have two subjects and they are joined with but now in this case we take them as one, as a collective word. So at that time we use the singular verb. Example: red beans and rice is my mom's favorite dish. So here when we are talking about favorite dish, the favorite food dish is red beans and rice. So it is we are considering red beans and rice as one dish. So red beans and rice is my mom's favorite dish. Bread and butter is a common breakfast. So when we have the breakfast, it is bread and butter. So here we take it as one singular unit. That is why we use a singular subverb. 5 years is a short time for an institution. So 5 years is taken as a one unit, a long duration. So we consider it as a singular unit and we are using a singular verb. So when two subjects are joined by conjunction and taken as a one unit, the verb is always singular. Rule 4. Indefinite pronouns typically take singular verbs. So the indefinite pronouns are each, either, anyone, someone, everyone, anybody, somebody, everybody, no one, nobody. So whenever you have indefinite pronouns, so indefinite pronouns always take a singular verb. So the sentences are: everybody wants to live happily. Something is bothering him. No human being lives in that house. Neither of you is responsible enough to handle it. Each student has to submit a separate assignment. So the fourth rule says indefinite pronouns typically take a singular verb. Rule 5. Subjects joined by either or and neither and nor, they take a verb that agrees with the subject closer to them. For example, neither Alex nor his brothers are going to the party. So we have two different subjects, Alex, his brothers. So the verb that agrees with the subject closer to them. So the verb is are going because it agrees with the subject which is closer. So brothers is a plural subject. So we have used the plural verb. So we use a plural verb. Either John or I am doing it. So we have two subjects, John and I. So am doing. So I is the closer subject. So we use I am doing it. Either the bears or the lion has escaped from the zoo. So either the bears or the lion. So now here the lion is the closer subject and it is singular. So singular verb has been used with the subject. Either the bears or the lion has escaped from the zoo. Neither the boys nor she is responsible for it. So neither the boys is a plural subject, nor she is a singular subject, but she is closer to the verb, so we are taking is as a singular verb. So the rule 5 says subjects joined by either or, neither nor, they always take a verb which agrees with the subject which is closer to them. Rule 6. Some nouns are always plural. They take plural verbs. My pants are in the drawer. Your eyeglasses are dirty. These scissors are useless. So the nouns which are always used in the plural form, they always take a plural verb. But if the words that are preceded by a phrase, a pair of, so if you have the plural nouns which are preceded with the pair phrase a pair of, they are regarded as singular subjects. So when you say a pair of pants, so a pair of pants is considered as a singular subject. So at that time we use the singular verb. So a pair of pants is needed. This pair of trousers is ugly. This pair of scissors is not working. So some nouns which are always plural take a plural verb. But if the plural nouns are preceded by the phrase a pair of, then we use a singular subject with the singular verb. Rule 7. Some nouns ending with s, but considered as singular, therefore take a singular verb. So there are some nouns which already end with s, and they are always considered as singular nouns. Therefore they take a singular verb. Example: aeronautics, mathematics, news, gymnastics, measles, aerobics, physics, politics, analysis. So, for example, in a sentence, no news is interesting. Mathematics is a useful subject to learn. My interest in politics is strictly academic. So, the nouns ending with ses, which are considered as singular, they take a singular verb. So here we have come to an end of the topic. So let's summarize. Singular subjects take singular verbs and plural subject takes plural verbs. If the subject in a sentence is taken as a one unit, so we use a singular verb, and if the subject is joined with a conjunction and taken as a separate unit, we use a plural verb. Indefinite pronouns always take singular verbs. Subjects joined by either or and neither nor, they take a verb which is closer to the subject. Some nouns are always used in singular or plural. So some nouns which are always used in singular form, they take singular verb, and some nouns which are always used as plural subject always take a plural verb. So I hope this chapter is clear. Thank you and have a nice day.